그레이에 와 있고요. 제 앞에는 지금 E3가 펼쳐져 있습니다. 오늘 할 일은 행사장 들어가서 구경 좀 하다가 오후에 코난 오브라이언 보러 가요. 자, 이제 얼마 남지 않았습니다. 밖에서 좀 돌아다니면서 현장을 좀 보여드리겠습니다. 와우. E3 guys. 보시는 거 이렇게 좀비 트럭도 있고. 아마 저쪽인 것 같은데 뭐 이렇게 봉봉봉봉거려. How long was? I just missed it. 여기 간단하게. Hello. I came here for the media press.
For media?
Yeah.
It's the next building. It's so all you have to do is go across the street.
So there's a different entrance, right? I see. Thank you. Hello. Is this the place that I can access here?
Yeah.
Just asking. Okay.
Can I see your photo ID?
Oh no, I'm not gonna enter right now. I see. Thank you. 그 팀 유니버스 PD님도 오면 몸에다가 카메라 차고 내가 들어가야 돼. 여기서 이제 좀 기다려야 돼. 인터뷰 좀 해볼까? Hi, how are you? 나 브이로그 찍어야 되는구나. 유튜브 좀 찍을게요, 여러분. What's up? 안녕하세요, 여러분들. 찬민입니다. 스튜디오. 줄 서 있는 거 봐. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 빅시아랑 이거 뭐 붙일 것도 주세요. 이거 장비들 한번 다 이거 해야 되나 보다. 여러분들 잠깐 가방에 들어가 계세요.
Charming Joe?
Oh yes. Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, man.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Hey. What's up, guys? Oh my god.
여러분들 그 라지 파텐에서
안녕하세요. Hey, it's a sushi dragon, S dragon입니다. Charming Joe입니다.
Your Korean has been improved.
Really? I'm a
They're saying
Korean.
hello, hello.
Yeah.
You're gonna stay for like entire 3 days, right?
Yeah, 3 days. 3 days.
Cool, cool.
Okay, I'll find you.
Yeah. See you soon, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
have fun.
Have fun, you do. Thank you. 대박입니다. 트위치에서 진행하는 트위치가 탤런트라는 쇼에 나갔었는데 그때 이제 저랑 1, 2위를 다투던 친구예요. 되게 굉장히 반갑게 인사를 나눴습니다. 자, 현재 저는 E3 안에 들어와 있고요. You guys online?
Yeah.
Okay. So is this the line to entrance to the E3, right? Yeah. 야, 여기서도 결국엔 줄을 서야 되네. 이거는 뭘 기다리는 줄일까요? 아니 뭘 들어가려고 그러면은 다 줄이 있네.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. Alright, I gotta.
Nice, finally.
Just take a selfie real quick. I gotta go to the.
Okay,
I gotta
okay,
film
go
that
ahead.
before-
네,
Alright, enjoy.
Alright, enjoy, you too.
Enjoy. Alright, peace. I'll see you again.
드디어 여러분들 E3 현장에 들어왔습니다. 일단은 좀 돌아다녀 볼게요. 네. So hello, Korean fellas. Here I am at the E3 Boderland booth. Right next to me. Could you please introduce yourself to the Korean fellas?
My name is Paul Sage. I'm the creative director for Boderland3.
He's the creator. He's the creator.
A lot of creators.
I know. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions that a lot of Korean fellas were curious about. So first of all, what's the identity of the Borderlands?
The identity, a mix of a shooter and an RPG. That was the heart of it. Like how do you combine those two genres? They call it now a shooter looter or looter shooter, depending.
Yeah.
That was kind of the very beginnings of it. With an RPG, you have to have great characters, right? So we concentrated on our characters, and then the art style, how it's very comic book like. You know, we hand ink everything to make it have the look we like.
So what's your favorite character?
My favorite character? Oh, wow. I think my favorite character right now might be Zane. And that's because early on, he was one of those characters that wasn't very well known. You know, we had to think of what we wanted to do with him. And it's given him so much choice with whether he uses a shield or he throws out his sentry or he uses a digiclone. Giving him all of those options makes it really fun to play.
So, it's been a while that Borderlands has been released. Is there any specialty that you want to appeal to the players?
It's 7 years since the last game released, right? One of the things that the team really wanted to get right was the movement, sliding, and mantling. So the movement, all those things had to be really tweaked to be just right. So the gunplay was super important for us. Just like, if this isn't good, we're not going to succeed at all.
I really want to talk about the gun stuff. You guys are gonna have a lot of discussions about like ideas and stuff. Like how do you get those kind of ideas from?
It's the whole team. We have a gun team, and it's a lot of creative people. So that has like artists on it, that has programmers on it. We have designers on the gun team. We would get together and just talk about different ideas. So we want each of the gun manufacturers to have an identity that is associated with gameplay. Instead of reloading, you throw them, and then a new one digistructs in your hand. But we wanted to take that idea even further with 3, and so that's why we have guns that have shields. We have guns that have the tracking darts, and so it's just a process of like all of us talking through like, will this work? Will this not work? It's a fun process. Like coming up with guns is one of the things that I really like about it. Yeah.
Right, interesting. Yeah. In Borderlands, there's a lot of Easter eggs in it, right? So like, can you tell us like any new Easter eggs comes out on Borderlands 3?
Easter eggs. Oh wow. We keep all of the things written down because sometimes it's about cultural references or something of that nature. So we have to have a legal team approve, all of the things that we go
Right,
through.
Right.
So there's a lot of different ones. There might be a nod to Rick and Morty. It might be a nod to them.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Rick and Morty. Do you have anything in your mind that you wanted to fix it from the previous one?
I don't know that there was anything to fix, but there were some things that we wanted to look at. So a good example of this is fast travel.
Fast travel.
Right.
Yeah.
Sanctuary 3, the ship that's your hub, you can fast travel to that at any time.
Right.
So you just open your map and you fast travel to it. I think you've always been able to fast travel to vehicles, but that's back. And some other things that we did were, we have what we call the Fog of Discovery in the mini-map.
Yeah, the 3D maps and all those kind of stuff.
Right. The point of that was not to like obfuscate things, but to show you where you've been. So I like to go see, okay, did I find everything? Did I see everything? And that was the whole point of that, was to make sure that there were places where you could find everything and you'd know, okay, I've already been there. I don't need to go back and look.
Cool. So for the last question, so they have been added like a crew quest.
Yeah.
Is there any gonna be like marriage systems or like dating or stuff like that?
That's so interesting that you asked that question. We talked about it at one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, how could we do that? Talking about the only way that we could get married in Borderlands, you'd have to have a gun involved, right? So you'd have to have like a gun to propose to.
Right.
I don't think that ever made it in, but we talked about it actually.
Oh.
Like, maybe Borderlands 4 will the proposal gun.
Well, I expected that. Yeah. So any last message for the Korean fans of Borderlands?
We are happy to be have voiceover in native Korean language.
I know. Thank you so much about that.
Yeah, so I'm super happy to say that we're going to do that. And, we will be out on September 13, 2019.
So, thank you so much for being on the interview.
Pleasure to meet you. Thanks
me
a lot
too.
for coming down and streaming like
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
We're outside. Hey, how are you doing? Hi. All right, say hello to the audience. Hello. Let's take a selfie with this. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Ooh, yeah. What the heck? 어머머, 어머머, 언제 걸렸대? 어머머, 어머머, 어머머머.